Welcome back into Game Fanatics to another first look video. In this one, we're checking out Great Houses of Calderia. Great Houses of Calderia is a feudal grand strategy game focusing on family dynamics and stories. Use your family's strengths to compete against rivals, to rise in the ranks of Calderia, produce, trade, scheme, bribe, and battle to build your legacy of power. Great Houses of Calderia is developed by Resistance Games and published by Fire Squid. Alright, so this is another Fire Squid game. I've had my eye on it for a while. We're finally getting around to checking it out. So let's jump right into it. We're going to go ahead and turn down the music just a little bit. It's quite loud. Yeah, should be fine. Families with best relations to Viceroy get to pick ranks first. The story so far, Calderia was once revered as a paradise. However, the ancient rulers lusted for power and knowledge, leaving devastation in their wake. Over time, the reasons for their downfall faded from memory, and for centuries it was forbidden even to mention its existence. When the new emperor learned of the Forgotten Land, he disregarded the superstitious warnings of his council and granted a mandate for any noble house to claim parts of the land in his name. A viceroy was appointed to govern Calderia on his behalf. Only 2 generations into the recolonization effort, discord has surfaced. Rumors whispered that the viceroy has begun to succumb to the same thirst for power that plagues Calderia's past rulers. Good thing he's not the man in charge. Our house embarked on the journey back as well. We are called... Cool. House Fortunus. As the etiquette of feudalism dictates, each house has different ideals to follow and traditions to value. Every family stands for something. From the beginning, we made sure we were known as... Alright, so you're picking your ideals, which are also going to affect bonuses. So your fiefdom requires less population growth to gain a new worker. This helps your fiefdom to grow faster. So not only is it faster population growth necessarily, what it is it's less population growth to gain a new worker. Easier to maintain happiness. Your workers gain extra happiness from wages. This helps you gain population growth easier. Wage level 1. Right. So, right away, I'm seeing something that could be confusing to people who aren't interested in the details initially. And that is, the descriptions down here they're very vague to what they actually do. And for a grand strategy game, you want to be as precise as possible. Like this one, faster population growth is more like faster worker growth, I would say, than it is faster population growth. I don't know. We'll see. Once I get a better look at all the mechanics, we'll talk more about the way that the game is laid out. All family members in military conflict have +10 to attack skill and +20 health. This helps them turn battles in your favor more easily. Your safety level is higher. This means you can spend less workers' time to keep safety up. Schemers are better spies. First spy in each fiefdom gives +1 intrigue level. This makes your spies more effective when conducting intrigue actions. And scholars. Each building upgrades 25% cheaper. This helps you expand your fiefdom faster and focus less on resource production. 25% is actually quite a bit, depending on how the resources are. As somebody who likes economy, I like the idea of this one. Either this one or the worker growth are my preferred playstyles. So we'll go ahead and we will go with the population growth one. If we have time, we'll look into a more militaristic playstyle. But I just enjoy quick growth and expansion more than anything. And if we can focus on the economy, I don't want to focus less on resource production, which this kind of is entailing you to do. So we'll do population growth. It was our parents that led our expedition to recolonize Caldera. Decades later, their time was up, but they left behind a prosperous fiefdom, large family, and beginnings of a legacy. It came time to choose who among their children would become new head of house. Alright, so we get to choose our leader. Diplomacy, trade, intrigue, and military. That's very promising. I'm liking this one. Trait points left, 1. So you can play around with their traits. Tips, customization, character portraits, and names. Ooh, but they all have negative traits too. Oh, what did I just do? I'm not quite sure I understand. So you can remove these if you want to. Personality traits defines what kind of person a character is and have a great effect on character skills, relations, and events encountered. Ah. There's a lot of traits. This reminds me of like, oh, what's the game? Why can't I think of it right now? Another grand strategy game with a lot of family focus, but pretty legs. Pampered, orator, obese, musician, murderer, meddler, mean, killed a boar, killed a bear. Fortuned. Good luck and prosperity follows me. Yes, yes. Okay, I think I get it. Yeah, so you get to pick 1 from this list, and then you can have up to 5 from this list. Or you can have ones that are 0 points, add points, or subtract points. I don't see any of these that would affect me to the way I want to. 8 points left, -1. So yeah, we'd have to get rid of or add a -1 or +1. Make them blunt. There we go. Alright, we're going with him. Continue. Oh, wow. It's a lot of stuff to play with. Category. I like the variety. It's pretty cool. There's a goat. I like it. Alright, House Origins. When our house embarked on the journey to Calderia, we were among the first to arrive near the Emperor's lands in the east. Flat lands bonus to crops and population. We're early to arrive, land in the south. Grapes and livestock. Mountainous range of metals and metal ore, or steeps, horses, and gold. Ooh. We want materials and metal ore, or horses and gold. I think I'd like the crops and population. We did go for that one, I think the population one earlier. I think. I'm forgetting already. But that's okay. That or materials and metal ore. We'll go crops and population. Alright, choose starting location from the unclaimed land still available to us. We establish our settlements in... Ooh. So you kind of like choose a zone. We're going straight up here. Difficulty medium. Oh, okay, there's difficulty levels. And that's the only medium one? I guess we're not starting there. Alright, so this one's got grapes. This one's got less to horse. Less to horse. Gold plus 30. Grapes, metal ore, minus 25%. Crops, materials. You can see why that's the one you don't want to pick. High starting population in those two spots. Or in this one. I'm liking the idea of this one. Alright. Back in the time when our house still lived within the main empire, our lives were known as... Other houses... Apprentice other houses doesn't get any bonuses, but suffer from lack of production efficiency. A child's play. We got it all so easy. That's some poor English right there. Other houses doesn't get any bonuses. Do not or don't would make more sense there. Get small production bonuses and are immune to drop in production efficiency. Oh, so this is just the difficulty chooser. So we're gonna go with normal. Yes, please have the tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing. The members of your house can be found and accessed here. Okay. What? However, hover on the eye icon on the porch just to see more info. Press Alt on keyboard to see visual representation of the family member's skills. This is the guy I picked, right? Yeah. Why can't I see theirs? There we go. Military leader. Intrigue and military. Rounded. We got a lot of military family members. Intrigue. Not very good at anything, but they're only age 10. Okay. Your fiefdom is your home. Everything in-game is located physically somewhere. Even resources are transported on trade deals if they do not teleport. Okay. You are a vassal of House Calderia. You pay taxes to them. Counts may have several barons as vassals. Why are we serving somebody else? Duchess Galan governs over the duchy you belong in. There are 4 duchies in Caldera. Duchies are indicated by the different background color on fiefdom banners. Duchies may have several counts as their vassals. So the Duchess has a count we pay taxes to. Is the capital of Calderia. Viceroy Monsbara rules over Calderia on the Emperor's behalf. All dukes are vassals of the Viceroy. Okay. Return to your own fiefdom by clicking the home button. Okay. Actions on the map are done through fiefdom action menus. Clicking on fiefdoms open their action categories. Click the view button to enter the fiefdom view. Alright. Population of your fiefdom is shown here. First number is your current population. Second number is your max population cap. Population increases when the semicircular bar next to the number fills up to the top. Green bar indicates growth. Red indicates loss. So we're experiencing loss right now. Your population amount translates to workers. It's wise to make sure you have enough crops to feed your people. Each worker consumes 1 food per day as food. Well, we're making 12.4 food, so we have enough for our 9 workers. Population of 5 is shown here. Yes, we did that. Click on the farmer's profession. Each worker assigned to a profession increases productivity. Okay. Total production per day is shown here. Now, I believe we did check out the demo quite a while back, if I remember, last year. But I'm not sure. These panels show what it requires to produce the resources as well as where the resource is currently consumed. Drag and drop workers from other professions to farmers until your production of crops is positive. Yeah, right now we're losing 4.2. I need more workers. That's what I need. Ugh, that wasn't enough. Maybe I give up on my cavalry for now. It takes time for workers to reach their full potential after transfers. Farmers don't have maximum worker caps, while other professions do. Okay. Your population grows according to the happiness of your workers. You may assign your family members to overseer professions. The competence of your overseer may boost or hinder the profession. Production and happiness are the most important factors at the beginning. Those are measured by the diplomacy and military skills of the overseer. Your surplus or deficit per day is indicated by the small numbers. Indicates there is a problem with production. Yeah, because there's no workers. Back to map. Click the back button in the lower left corner. Go back to the map. So I don't want him there. I want somebody else. Because we can do better. by having them there. Now? Okay, I guess I have to work it for them to be happy. Alright, so let's go back. Your current objective can be seen here. Assign overseer, make official visit, construct a building. Good diplomatic relations are important. Send an official visit to your overlord's fiefdom to improve your relations. All delegations have to be done by someone in your family. Choose a leader for your delegation. High diplomacy skills often helpful on diplomatic missions. So now it wants me to send my leader to there. Alright. So you may choose who you're going to visit by selecting a member from the other family on the right side. Indicates personal relations. Indicates house relations. Choose people who like each other. Drag and drop. Okay. There we go. Here are the time controls. Whenever an event pops up, the game is paused until you resolve them. Pause can also be activated with the space button. Time moves on normal speed, faster and faster time. This kind of game where I would spend a lot of time paused, reading over things, looking at things, and unpausing, letting it run for a little bit, taking a look. I like the fact that whenever an event pops up, it's going to automatically pause the game instead of having it still running in the background while you resolve the event. So what we need to do is construct a building. How do you construct a building? Build. Things marked with a check mark are already built. An upgrade with a hammer icon can be built immediately. Red icon indicates that you don't have enough resources to build the upgrade. Note, when an upgrade is started, all the workers in the profession will focus on completing it. During this construction, the production of the profession's resources is heavily reduced or even completely stopped, depending on the profession. Dang. The lock icon indicates that some other upgrade must be built before this upgrade is unlocked. All professions have 4 tiers of upgrades that are unlocked by the upgrades made to your castle. Upgrading your castle to Borg, Keep, Fortress, Citadel will unlock new upgrade tiers in all professions. Interesting. Upgrade effects. Profession upgrades have various effects. Increase city size, increase worker slots, unlock a new military unit, unlock a new companion profession, unlock a better wage tier, unlock a new work effect tier, effort tier, improve fiefdom safety. Descriptions. Okay. So in this menu, I don't currently have the resources to produce anything, or build any buildings. I make less money if I put my guy in charge of the keep. Oof. Oof. What if I put him in charge of the vineyard? Ooh, what is this? You can order your workers to work harder. Obviously makes them unhappy. Better wages help to mitigate the problem. So I can see if I put him on anything, it's going to make things worse. They would actually improve the money, but would lower the happiness. So I don't want to do that. Alright. There's our party meeting. Messages, family member old enough to become a squire. What does that mean? Suggest that your youth would become a squire for a knight in the other family in order to get military training. This will lead to improvements in relations between the two families, and you'll get a bit of insight to the other family's fiefdom. The child will also improve their military skills, better understand squireship than at home. Each 10. Yeah, we'll send her off. You got several family members without tasks, and an unmarried family member is my leader. There's that two unmarried members of the two houses entertain the idea for future marriage. First, you need to find suitable partners to one another. Then, after a 45-day courtship period, the two will decide whether or not they agree to marry each other. Marriage between two families means an alliance between two houses. So we could ally with the Borgello family. Decent stats in trade skills. Bacchus is their home. Well, the head of my household does need a wife. So we'll send that out. If we can get myself a wife. So the diplomatic mission is ongoing. Official visit. Most interactions between other families are presented with events. The event happens to be the person on the left. Skills of the characters have often the greatest impact on the possible outcomes. A skill of 10 to 12 is average, 18 plus is superb. Traits may also affect the events depending on context. Hover over the skills icon to see what each represents. So we have diplomacy, economy, intrigue, and military. Personal relations are here. Personal relations are going to be here. Traits poised to arrogant, poised to poised. Poised to poised. Cruel to arrogant, wrathful to arrogant. Okay, so it has to do with their traits. My poise skill to his poise, or arrogant, and to his poise are giving us plus 10 to our relations. And then house-wise, we have these skills. So because I gave my guy Genius, we're actually getting negative 15 to our house relations. Interesting. Arrange a formal meeting and ask Raphael to name a topic they'd be willing to discuss during the meeting. We can either do collective military fate, collective economy, or collective intrigue. I think our collective military would be the best one to discuss between these two characters. He agrees that military matters would make for a good topic of discussion, although they have their differences over the rights of fiefdoms to defend themselves. The visit certainly wasn't in vain. Okay, so we've improved the relation of the family between the families. Cool. Now we have 10 positive between us. You can check all of your current, past, and future objectives from this button here. Ooh. This will end the tutorial. Feel free to browse your current and future objectives to get an idea of what you could try to achieve next. More game mechanics will be explained to you as you try them for the first time. When you are done, click the right mouse button or the back button. So this is like the timeline and what you could do. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this, because it means you have to do like very specific things in order to win. Looks like one is through scholarly, one's through the main path, and one's through an isolationist path. Unlocked never upon tradition, become count. It's unlocked whose land, their rules, tradition. Has unlocked bow to no one, tradition. Has unlocked king of the region and become duke, and win independence war. You could fight for independence. You could do the main storyline, which this is more likely what we do. Construct a building, make a trade, send a court member. We've already courted someone. We'll do the, hopefully, wedding eventually. Okay. Interesting. What's going on here? We did that already. And this is the whole world map, which is pretty cool. So there's the one we're sending off to be a squire. She's going up to this area, and they're heading down to, I don't know. All right, what can we do? Can we build yet? No. What do we need to build? Resource, metal. And getting metal ore is an issue for us because we can't produce it ourselves. So we have to trade for that. Go work with the masons. My house leader's currently gone. And we're now losing out on food. City growth -4? Why? Not quite sure how to fix that issue. I guess they're the better choice for there. We'll have them work with the horses. And then we're going to go ahead and diplomacy. Oh, can't do anything. What about, where's the metal worker here? You go say hi. We'll work on getting our relations up so we can, Oh, what's this? Okay, so this gives you points towards these different things. Collective diplomacy. Ah, I see. Okay. So our traditions, current family traditions, select which one do you want. We went with the peacemaker, I'm pretty sure. So we'll give the coins. We got compassion points from it. Because ours is peacemaker tradition. Population growth needed to gain population is 10% smaller. So this is like the tradition tree, I guess. Violence isn't the answer. Interesting. I don't know where Gino's going. I guess sailing to come over here. All right. Official. This choice gives 2 generic tradition points. It will count towards the tradition you selected in the tradition view. Speak only their intrigue and your diplomacy. That wouldn't be good. Come up with stories and half-truths. Your military, your diplomacy, and fate. You don't want to do that. Idealist tradition points. To speak honestly about how House Park is viewed in the request is polite, but obviously he is trying to assess the trustworthiness of House Fortunus. How should Raphael answer the request without causing a diplomatic conflict? We're gonna speak openly. -5 + 5. Okay. Not great, but could be worse. I've gained frustrated trait. That's not good. 180 days of being frustrated. Didn't we already do that? Or are we trying to marry Raphael now, too? Guess so. How's his thing going? He's almost there, finally. Jeez, how far did I have to travel? I'm on the other side of the country now. To go to Duke Toledo, I guess. Or no, where am I going? There we go. A bad omen. Aurora Fortunus has arrived to the court of Mauricia Bergola. On the day of his arrival, a blackbird was found dead on Mauricia's windowsill. Mauricia sees it as a bad omen. How should he dispel such beliefs? Assure that the omen is not about you. Appeal to logic. Compare intrigue. Your underlying traits, their underlying traits. I don't know what their underlying... Oh, okay, never mind. Make a favorable interpretation, comparing intrigue, your underlying traits, and their underlying traits. That could work. I want the peacemaker ones, though, so we'll compare intrigue and our underlying traits. Plus 50 in courtship relations, 50%, nice. Recent visit, plus 5. Explains that while the omen usually warns about dire consequences, and not a warning about him, instead it warns about the dire future that might befall both houses if they won't at least entertain the idea of future marriage. She agreed. Awesome. Wedding. What is this? Organizing a wedding between Arva and Neva. So you're invited to send a member of your family to take in the celebration. Cool. Who are we sending? Tesco's overseeing the vineyard. Sure. Tesco can go. Raphael. Alright, we'll send him to you. Court member request. They're proposing that Saturnil Cavelli become a court member of the house. Age 25, modest, gentle, and fickle. Economy +1, diplomacy +1, and fickle. Not very good for being 25, but it'll probably improve our house relations. We'll accept. Yeah, let's go look here. We're waiting for most of our family to return. What would we trade? Trading is an important part of life. What did they have? They have metal ore? Yes, they have metal ore. So they're negative on crops. We're negative on crops. They're negative on materials. We're positive on materials. We could sell that, trade the materials for metal ore. So we want your metal ore. Oh wait, 1 second. So trading is an important part. With trade, there's multiple things that impact the trade. Valuation of the resources being bought by each party, need for resources being traded, relations between the parties, and the personalities of the trading partners. You need to select which of your family member will go on to the trade delegation by dragging and dropping. I'll send you. Alright, here on the left you can see the resources you have to offer to trade. As you click them to be sold, you can select the amount to be sold. The same logic naturally applies to the other family. There are a few important things to note. Valuation of goods depending on the buyer's need for it, therefore it varies from situation to situation. Caravan size dictates how long the trade will last and how much of your daily production is reserved for the trade. Willingness shows how eager the other family is to agree to the trade. High willingness indicates that you might improve your relations with the proposal. Low willingness indicates a chance of the other family rejecting the trade. So we need to find one they're willing to trade for. 3 more things about trade. If the opponent agrees to a trade or not. That is decided when the trade delegation arrives. This in turn depends on the negotiators. You can select a well-liked family member to go on the trade to increase your chances. Tough negotiation that sometimes take place. They are resolved with social conflicts. When successful, a family member will then be handling this trade route. This means you can't use the character for other tasks until the trade route is completed. Trade routes can also be attacked by spies of other families. So, in this instance, we send them and we go, hey, we want to get some of that metal ore. We'll trade you some of our material. They don't want that. What about horses as well? Holy crap, the horses are worth a lot to them. Paper is worth even more to them. I don't see why they'd accept that. They don't have the... enough food in that inventory. Try to do it. Let's see how this goes. The only thing I don't care for is we have to go around in order to make it there. Through the water because of their location. Alright, here's the trade deal. It's a trade deal, but something seems off. He's rushing the negotiations and even offering more wares than negotiate if the deal is sealed immediately. It's only 6% generous. Trade valuation has huge shortage of horses, gives me the plus 20 there. What is up with this deal? Why are they so in a rush for it? It's because they want the horses, right? Yes, they get a slightly better deal out of it, but we produce horses, they don't. Whoa, what did that do? Opinion of family relation went way down because of it? Some of the trade goods are second grade or even unusable. The NL receive less goods than negotiated. We are gonna kill them, is what's gonna happen. They screwed us out of some of our metal. Those fools. Unfounded fears. Workers have reported unusual movements around Keep and rumors of spies are spreading. The concern is impacting the quality of work, with people gossiping and looking over their shoulders. More frequently, a sense of security is crumbling, and it's obvious Fortunus needs to step up and take some stance in the situation. We've only got 2 of our people at home now. So we need 100 more metal, and then we'll be able to upgrade our Borg. Or if we can get 1,000 of it, we can do that. Trade routes, we've got 1 going right now with those guys. Unlocked companions. What does having them unlocked do exactly? Bonus against the military for having an accountant. Let's go ahead and... No, we don't even have metal, so we can't be, like, interested in buying metal. So we don't have miners. So we'll just increase... We're not going to sell our metal, but we'll show interest in buying it. We are making metal per day? From the trade, I assume. What we need is wine. We have the grapes, we just need a vineyard. Oh, okay. So each of these has the upgrades within them based off of the keeps level. So we have this, so now we just need to increase in something here to get that production up. So where we have horses, we need more materials to upgrade. Need 250, so we're almost here. What would that give us, though? Okay, so it just means I can house another worker, but I don't need that. Herdsmen, I can't upgrade anything in there. Masons, I could do quarries, which would increase our production of this stuff, right? I'd have to spend those resource material production at 30% for the construction duration, but we'd get plus 25% to the production there. City size going up by 1's a big deal. We need the winemaking profession. So we're going to cut our wine production to build the ability to make wine. Because if we can make wine, we can provide that to workers as well as another means of happiness, which could be a big deal. The date at the theater. Alright, here's our guy trying to get married. He's told about a traveling theater troupe playing at. Why is this sentence not filled in? Why is there no name? He decides to use the performance as an excuse to spend time with her. The troupe relentlessly ridicules the nobility, while also poking fun at commoners and burgers. Mauricio watches the performance intently, and Aurora has a hard time interpreting what she might be thinking. After the first act, starts a conversation about the play. This choice gives 2 generic points. Try to get Mauricio to say how she likes the performance, comparing intrigue, fate, and your underlying traits of blunt. Pairing diplomacy, can praise the ingenuity or mock the troupe. Pairing military, which we do not have. So we'll go ahead and praise the ingenuity. I think that would sound good. Ooh, courtship rejected. Respect, shame, relation. What happened? What happened there? Oh, that's unfortunate. Try again? Let's try again. The women in my family have become rivals with each other. Lovely. So I'm assuming once we've seen this wine production go back up, that'll tell me that the vineyard's done upgrading. Actually, it just tells me right here, it's 7% done right now. So this is definitely a much slower paced game. It's kind of like a kick back, relax, you deal with the situations as they come up, and yeah. Nothing too crazy happens very quickly, it seems, initially. Trade proposal. So we are getting a trade proposal where they're going to give us... Wow. Preposterous trade agreement. Has no use for metal ore. Buyer has gullible. Buyer has arrogance. Wait. I sell a ton of food in order to get this stuff. We don't get along already. How much food are we making per day right now? We're only making 0.6. I'm not going to trade away 3.6 a day. Just to, I mean, the metal would be nice to get the 0.3 metal per day. And the gold. But... They're trading intentionally with the only person who likes them quite a lot, from the looks of it. Let's negotiate. Social conflicts represent several topics that have to be achieved through intense negotiations. They are presented as a tactical combat between the negotiators. Huh. That's interesting. Negotiations are led by these characters. These are the topics that require negotiations. Topics of negotiation: winning and losing FX, special rules, adjust number of companions if auto-resolved. Is a combined tier of 4. We're gonna put our priority on giving them less. Receiving more out of it. Companions are your entourage from highly regarded occupations, each bringing their viewpoints to the matter at hand. Every companion has 4 different stats. Hover over the icons to see their descriptions. Here is the number of companions you have currently chosen and how many you are allowed to bring along. Opponent may be able to bring more or less than you. Whoever has the upper hand in negotiations may bring more companions. Okay. Each companion belongs in one of these classes: diplomacy, economy, intrigue, military. Check which companion classes your opponent is bringing. Each class has a natural attack bonus against one other class. So diplomacy gets a 50% bonus when negotiating against a trading companion. Okay. Choose the companions you wish to bring by clicking their portraits. Tip: hover over any of their details to receive more info. Check what your opponent is bringing and choose companions that are good against them. I don't know what they're... So you have a bonus against intrigue, diplomacy, economy, bonus against economy, and a cheer up. Stop attacking for 10 seconds, heal lowest health ally with your attack power. Interesting. When you are ready to begin the negotiations, click confirm. Tip: take as many companions along as you can. I didn't get to look at theirs, which is a little bit upsetting, but different topics of negotiations are fought on one of 3 negotiation fields. The objective is to conquer the opponent's starting nodes on each field. The opponent tries to conquer your starting nodes. Hover over the icons to see winning and losing effects. You may select and give orders to your units before the negotiations begin. Tip: selected units have 50% more attack against opponents with... Click on unit card and select any node on the negotiation field to give the unit a move command. Units automatically conquer neutral and opponent-controlled nodes they're on. Units may move without stopping through conquered nodes. Units may also move to other negotiation fields. Units engage in combat if they're connected to a node controlled by an opposing unit. Note: ranged units may attack from one connected node further than 50% of their attack strength. If a unit loses all their health, they lose a composure point and retreat. If they have any health left, they may heal and return to the negotiations. This is incredibly complicated for negotiations. Characters and higher tier companions may have special abilities they can use during the negotiations. Yes. Or as a unit to return back off to reserve. Toggle auto movement on off. Hover over an ability to see its description. Negotiations happen in real time and they begin when you click ready button. Okay. So all connected enemies are locked to targeting this one. Unit is invincible for the first 2 seconds, last 10 seconds. That's the leader himself. So this one has a bonus against military. This is the giveless resources one. So we want the one who has the bonus against trade, which is going to be one of our diplomacy guys. 50% better attack value against trade companions at close combat. Cheer up, stop attacking for 10 seconds to your lowest health ally with your attack power. So I'm going to send you to deal with this one. You're going here, fight with my leader against them. And then they have intrigue one. And we'll send you to support that. Ready. You can pause negotiations at any point by pressing the space bar. You can give commands even when time is paused. Units will perform actions once time continues. Real time. So how do things happen? They're moving another piece onto this board. I see. That's what they were trying to do. I am having a hell of a time trying to beat this guy. He's just way too good at everything. But we got this. Hey! Negotiation victory. 35% less resources, 35% more resources, and they lose 1 diplomacy. Whew! Now we are still in a trade deficit because of the trade deal. And I don't know how to fix that right now. We will say we are interested in buying food now and see if somebody else will offer us some food. Just putting her there would give us more food, but it would make them less happy. So I guess we'll do that for now. And she can kind of chill. Less happy people, but we're making food. Oh, she wants a task, huh? The only one she could help is the herdsman. But hey, we're doing good now. We are constructing the vineyard. We're doing all this stuff, guys. This is going to be a little bit longer video simply because this is a grand strategy game and we had to spend a lot of time just learning how the game works. Dinner at sunset. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Lucia surprises Aro with an invitation to participate in a luxurious dinner at sunset in her pavilion. Aro can't miss this opportunity, so he goes to this event with excitement. The dinner with all the delicate food and beautiful evening sky painted in different shades of red. Makes Marcia look radiant. Talking about Aro makes happy. How could Aro make the evening last longer? Whisper praises in her ear, which would use our intrigue, our diplomacy, or suggest a toast. I feel like suggesting a toast or whispering praise, either one of those are going to be better. But let's do a toast. Yes, there we go. Good answer. Courtship, romance, opinions of the families going up. Beautiful. Hopefully this time we don't fail the marriage proposal this time around. Still getting our metal and everything from our trading. Alright, we got a new trade proposal. Are they here to offer us food? Nope, they're here to sell us metal for food. But we still don't have the food production ourselves. We're only at... we're actually making a balance right now, so we could theoretically do this to get more metal income. I could do another trade battle. It's only 4% greedy, though. They actually doing a very good balanced trade deal here. They're being good with us. They're being good with us, so... Personally, we don't get along, but our houses are doing okay. Greedy. We would get 2 points from doing this, so we accept and get +6 to family opinion. Alright, so we're making less food, but we are making good metal now. Can't wait till the vineyard's done. I don't know how to make our population go up any. Alright, we're actually getting some family members back. Could Tusco actually help out? Could. We're going to go ahead and get our Mason's production increased a little bit. Glad to have you back here with us, Tusco. Or Tosco. Alright, another trade proposal. Food for metal again. We do not have the metal for this. Or we don't have the food for this anymore. Sorry, but you lost out. You didn't get here first. So we're going to have to decline this one. We do not have the food production right now. I am working on it, but we need more food production ourselves first. It's about trying to get Raphael again. Aren't we currently in a marriage attempt? Why would we suggest it again? Wouldn't that mess things up? Because we're currently doing... No, we're doing it with Oro. I'm not gonna... You crazy people. There we go. Oro. Last time we praised their ingenuity and failed. This time we're going to ask her how she likes the performance. Let's go ahead and save the game here. And then try it out. Recording failed. No. So, let's load up this save. We're going to save scum it here, guys, because I want to actually see what happens if we successfully do the courting. That didn't work either. So what if we insult the troop? Is that what we actually need to do here? Yep, 100%. It works. Okay, interesting. I did not expect that to happen. Now, will that result in us getting married? I have no idea. We'll find out. Marriage proposal. Dinner table, their eyes fondly focused on each other as they discuss the important matter at hand. They have courted each other and are now trying to decide which one of them will join the other's family and reside in their fiefdom. Once they have resolved this matter, they will finally become engaged to be married. According to tradition, the house that will gain a new family member through marriage also promises to pay for the wedding expenses. We need to convince her to join us, because otherwise we'd lose the head of our household. So she needs to join us. So we're going to be doing another battle here. We only get 4 units, though, with this one. That's unfortunate. So, gain a free spy, right to range wedding, or improve house relations. So this is the one we really want. So that's the one we want to resolve most effectively. I don't really care about the spy that much. So we'll do that, and we'll try for the arranging of this, but we want the right to arrange the wedding. That is definitely our focus here. So what are we bringing with us? Okay, we got our... Nice, we got our tier 2 person with us. So what we need to do is take these 4. Our intrigue person's quite strong, followed by our trade person. Now, do we auto-resolve? No. I feel like that would go poorly if we just auto-resolved it. You know what? Save game. I want to see what happens in the auto-resolving. Results, family gains the rights, and loses the other two. I feel like I could do better than that, though, so let's try it. Alright, so we're going to try this out ourselves. Alright, so they've got 34 attack on this one. One has 50% less defense for 50 seconds. Jeez. One has 50% less defense, and light all nodes connected to this unit get conquered. Bullheaded when activate becomes invincible for 10 seconds. Attack defense minus 50. But he becomes invincible. Ooh, that one's really complicated with the nodes you gotta capture. So we're gonna need to do him versus the military to take on. We would lose that fight. Interesting. So the one they put alone is here. Their diplomacy guy, so Chancellor for the spy. So neither of us really care about that one. As long as I don't put my trade one against him, we should be okay. They have 22 and 25 for attack power. The economy one. We're gonna do our these two. All right, so ready. Alright, we got this. Woo! Clear board. Won it all. That was close, though. That really was close. The auto-resolve wasn't very far off. Strange voices in the dark. Wakes up to a clanging sound in the middle of the night. Sharpens her ears to hear talking accompanied by faint footsteps in the hallway. She stops breathing and tries to focus on what they are saying. Sound approaches the door. Please take a look in the hallway. Behind the door, there's only darkness. She can smell the faint scent of freshly baked bread. The baker is up early, she thinks, and heads back to bed. She gained the observant trait and the satisfied trait. Cool. Arrange the wedding. Yes. We need 20 wine. So we must get some wine going, huh? You got some wine? Yes, you do. We need 20 wine, please. We'll produce it ourselves soon, but we don't have it quite yet. I'll trade you some gold for some wine. Ugh, it'll take 91 days to do it, though. There you go. 2 trips, 37 days. Can't send. Oh yeah, we need somebody to send with it. I'll send Magra. We'll even pay you some extra gold for the wine. Need the wine for the marriage. Because we don't have our vineyard upgraded yet, so that we can produce our own wine. Unruly servants. Break into fighting. They seem to fight over the fairness of the deal being made. We were being generous. Well, we're actually losing gold right now, but that's just because we're doing that trade in order to get wine. Want a squire under Tosco? Sure. That's fine. We're off to pick up our wine. Oop. Crops and gold are negative now. There we go. Crops are back to being positive. Alright, we got 9 of the wine. Wait, received 10 bottles, but we only got... Okay, we got 10. I just need the other 10. We only have 40 days left to arrange the wedding. Just waiting for the other wine to arrive so we can arrange it. We're at 19. There we go, 20. Arrange the wedding. Here comes the leader of the family coming back. Oh. What just happened? Shared pleasure. Tosca strolls the streets on this. When his ears catch excited laughter nearby, he searches for the source and ends up in a remote garden. As he walks, looking side to side, he notices blankets and wineskins on the ground. Walking a little further, he sees a naked woman giggling with a group of revelers engaged in sexual orgy. Jeez, man. Try to join them. Stay hidden and watch. Walk away unnoticed. And talk with them. We want the peacemaker stuff, so we'll talk with them. Conversation about grapes and wine quality. Explains how the plump, juicy fruit glistening in the sunlight create a sensation that could be compared to a sudden urge to pleasure coursing through the whole body. He describes how the grape pops in the mouth, releasing a burst of flavor. He's gained the sociable skill. Cool. Oops, somebody just declared war. Nowhere near me, I'm pretty sure. I don't recognize the names. Buildings take a long time, if I do say so myself. Like, this is wild how slow the building is. Waiting for 7 guests to arrive. Oh wow, they got a lot of people coming for the wedding. Yes, putting him anywhere would just make people less happy. Unfortunate. We currently have 3 visitors here. Probably do with making some improved relations. Well, one of the guests has arrived for the wedding. Oof. City size +2, though. We definitely want to get that done. Other buildings under construction, so we're going to want to improve our crop output next. So we want our population to go up. We need more workers. We speed things up for a bit. Disturbing bark. Swears and yells through the door that the dog be kept quiet so that people can concentrate. The barking stops for a moment, but after a while it continues louder and closer. Storms out. Now I will show how to put that mutt in its place. Shoo them away. Yell at them. Or try to calm the dog. My diplomacy is really not very good, so I don't know if trying to calm the dog would be a great undertaking. I'd be probably better off shooing them away. He's infuriated. Oh, lovely. Your family has acquired new tradition peacemakers. Population growth needed to gain population is 10% smaller. Peace is the only conflict worth fighting over. Third Duke of Galan. Select new tradition. So from here we get to choose a another one. Every summer season, worker crops consumption is doubled, but every worker gets +1 to happiness. Violence isn't the answer. General happiness 25%, but all that becomes obsolete. So we're not going isolationist. We've kind of made it so that we are not going that way. We could go into scheming. Or idealism. Maybe peaceful idealism? Or into peaceful scholaring. Always pay back debts. Champion of virtue. So virtuous traits. Ooh. Every military unit's morale is increased by 10. That's interesting. Spy action which can slander 2 houses against each other. Against house of any duke or count. That's kind of crazy. I like this skill tree system. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna go for the scholaring next. Let's get the points for the scholaring. Or idealism. Quest for wardship. They want to send him to train under FL. Sure. We're still waiting on 1 guest. There's only 2 days left. I don't get it. It's only 2 days left, but we're still just awaiting guests. Being by a riverbank. Sailing in a riverboat towards their destination, glancing over the side of the boat, she notices someone waving in their direction. Alright. Sailing a riverboat, she notices someone waving in their direction, beckons one of her servants to peer through the spyglass. Servant informs her the stranger on the shore is signaling for them to approach. Go to shore or ignore and continue the journey. We're not doing isolationists. Observant and misfortuned. Unfortunate. Will the other guests ever arrive? Ranks of Calderia. A herald has arrived from the capital to deliver a royal invitation to my leader. They'll begin the journey within weeks. I hope not until after the wedding. Honorary titles shall be bestowed upon the great houses as a token of gratitude for serving the realm and the crown. Okay. Alright, well, unfortunately, this is not seeming to happen anytime soon. We're just stuck waiting, but we did finally get our building. So we finished the initial growth quest. That's going to be it for this one, guys, for Great Houses of Calderia. If you enjoyed the video, I know it was a bit of a longer one because of the style of game we're playing. Make sure to smack the like button and leave a comment down below about whether or not you think this is an interesting grand strategy game. And I will see you again next time.